thought that candle was right behind my head, and I was like, why, Alisha, would you put that there? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This YouTube video is gonna be completely different than it was supposed to be. I was finally gonna do my closet clean out, but I still need to do my closet clean out. I just don't know if I'm gonna do that maybe tomorrow and film it and just pump out 2 videos. I don't know, or if it's gonna wait until after we move. But this big life update is, instead of moving in 5 weeks, we are moving in 2. Wildly unexpected, we did not plan on this, but we're okay with it, honestly. We're just kind of like, okay, like we're not technically ready for this, but we're going to be. We're really excited to move. As you guys know, like we're about to get a really huge, beautiful freaking apartment. It's 2-bedroom and it's huge. I think it's about 2,000 square feet and such an affordable price. I don't want to say too much because we're supposed to keep it a surprise, but if you guys have been following the journey on Instagram, I pretty much just gave it away which apartment we ended up going with. The good news is not only do we get to move into it sooner, but you guys get to see it sooner. And I just can't wait. There's something about having our own space that we pick out together, that we get to make our home. As you guys know, this is Quincy's apartment and I had to move into it because there was black mold in my old apartment. So I've been here for about 5 months. Besides like the couch, which is my favorite thing in the world, and I was like, we're gonna keep my couch out. Everything is pretty much his. So it's gonna be really, really nice to have our space. And I'm not mad at all that we're moving in the next 2 weeks. But here is what happens. There's a, gentle, right? That is gentle scratches. Yeah. The reason why we are having to move 2 weeks instead of in 5 is because a couple nights ago, Finn was attacked at the bark park. It was very traumatic. I usually like to downplay situations like this because I don't want anyone to overreact, but I'm not gonna deny it. The fact of the matter is, it was really terrifying. Finn's not antisocial. He's not socialized or whatever. He loves playing and he loves dogs and he loves people. My friends and family, they know Finn. He is the sweetest. He's a little gross because he drools. It's a little weird because he snorts. But he is just this big lovable pig. So we went down at 9 and there was one other guy outside and 2 other dogs there. And the 2 dogs were playing with each other. I saw the dog that attacked Finn actually go down like this with his little butt in the air, and he started wagging his tail. And I'm like, oh, okay, they're playing. Great, Finn can join. Finn loves to play, okay? So I take him off the leash and this happened almost immediately. Finn starts going down there and the black dog that was in like the play position, ready to play, immediately started to growl, snarled. It was clear that he did not like Finn. I trust Finny Boy. I also trust dogs. They know how to communicate. And if they don't like you or they don't want to be bothered, they have no problem in letting you know and setting a boundary. So I fully expected this dog to be like, hey, you know, and Finn to be like, ah, okay, and then go off, because that's what he does. He will let someone know, like, back up and then like go about his business. He has never been one to attack. He does not bite. He will do a little like, which is normal. So the dog started snarling. Finn stopped and did like this little like who you talking to type of vibe. And I expected it to be over after that. The second that Finn set that boundary, this dog snapped. He lunged at Finn's throat. If you've never heard a dog fight, it's terrifying. It sounds horrible. I immediately dropped my phone and the leash. Like everything that's in my hands, I drop on the ground and I dove headfirst into it. I didn't begin to panic just yet. I was just like, get the fuck off my dog. Like, y'all ain't gonna do this type of thing, like that kind of mode. And then the thing that got me was the dog had locked itself onto Finn's neck right here. Hi, Papas. I know, it was scary. More scary for me. I started to go for its jaw to try to like, I was gonna stick my hand in its mouth and just be like, ka! You know, I was gonna break its jaw, even though I know I'm not strong enough. I was gonna try, but I was like, get your mouth away from my dog. And when I touched its jaw, I realized it was locked jaw, and there was no way in hell I was gonna be able to open its jaw. And that's when I started to cry. And then it started just kind of spiraled after that because a minute went by, which feels like 10. And then 2 minutes went by, which felt like 20. And this dog is still locked onto Finn's neck. I went from like panic crying to screaming, sobbing. So at this point, the owner of this dog is out there with me, and he actually has a hold of his dog, like hugging the dog, trying to like get him off of Finn, right? doing an absolute terrible job because the dog would not let go of Finn. He's trying, I'm in the middle of it. There's now two of us trying to get these dogs apart. The thing is, he was not outside at all when I went outside with Finn. His apartment backs up to the bark park. So what he likes to do, and he's done this before, is leave the back door open, leave his little back gate open and leave his back door open and just like go back into the kitchen and do whatever he's doing while his dog is out in the bark park. First of all, that's not allowed, okay? Spoiler alert, this is not the first time his dog has attacked Finn. I was not there for the first time, so I didn't know what the guy looked like. I didn't know what the dog looked like. I just heard a story from Quincy. Yeah, so I wasn't even prepared for what was about to go down because I had no idea which dog was it. Let me get back on track. So the guy is not outside when I'm outside. When a snarl starts to happen though, like the first snarl, he came running out in his robe. In his robe. Like that's how unprepared this guy is with his dog in the bark park. And it not even being the first time his dog has attacked my dog, in general, a dog. So to get back to it, the guy is like, I've got a shock collar, I can go get something and I'll tase her and she'll let go. And he tries to like get up and leave me alone with the two dogs, and that sends me into like even more panic mode. And I don't know, I just didn't want to be left alone with this psycho dog that has its throat around Finn's neck. And at this point, his dog starts doing this little shake thing that dogs do with my dog's throat in his mouth. When I tell you guys, I'm sobbing. I also know a few of the neighbors that live right in the bark park. One of them, I knew her name, so I started screaming her name and I was like, help! I can't get my phone. I'm not gonna let go of this situation and leave. I'm not gonna let go, okay? And get my phone and try to dial someone. I think it's a little corny to call 911. Turns out, calling 911 is the thing to do when your dog is being attacked by another dog. Like that is appropriate. I did not know that. I thought they were gonna be like, please. I didn't even get to call anyone because I wasn't about to leave Finn. I actually started punching his dog in the face. If you would have told me any time in my life before this moment that I would punch a dog in the face, I would have been like, you are absolutely delusional. But I, in this moment, was desperate to do anything to get this dog to let go of Finn. I'm terrified that Finn is about to die, okay? And I'm just screaming, crying. I need a tissue. It was really scary. It was really the fact that the dog was not letting go of Finn for minutes, which, you know, felt like hours, that terrified me. My thought is like, how are we gonna get this dog to let go? What do we need to do? Punching it in the face. The owner was even biting it really hard, trying to get the dog to let go, and he just wouldn't. So that was what was the most terrifying. And then also seeing my baby immobilized, not being able to move, all this dog is just launched and locked onto his neck was just terrifying. So it was all around a horrific experience. Well, I'll tell you this, because I'm screaming, help, somebody, help, call somebody. Like I'm screaming and sobbing, okay? Neighbors came out and they're like, what is going on? No one helped, which I get it because it's a dog fight. In that moment though, it felt like, do something. Maybe stomp your foot next to this dog's face. So anything, like go get some water, anything. And everyone just kind of stood there, and it made me feel even more helpless, right? The dog finally lets go of Finn, and I immediately take Finn away and take him to the lights over here that are in the dog park. And I'm looking at his neck, and it is raw. It's red from like the back of his ear all the way down to his shoulder. And it's... Are you okay? It's gonna be tender for a while. We can't even pet him. It's red all the way down here, up by the ear, down on the neck, down on the shoulder, on this lower part of the neck as well. We gotta get you out of this apartment complex, huh? And the collar pretty much saved his neck, pun intended, haha. Doesn't look like there's any deep puncture wounds. There was no blood gushing, praise God, but it is raw and it's red. At this time, like right when I had dragged Finn away, another guy came in with his dog, German Shepherd. Let me just give some kudos to this guy. Granted, we all know that German Shepherds are smart as hell, but his dog just sits there because he told her to, and she just sits there crazy stuff is going on around her and she's totally fine. I commend this man for training his dog so well. Sir, his name is Jordan or George. I was kind of traumatized, so I don't remember. It was one of the two, and I don't know if he'll ever see this, but you are an amazing man, an amazing father to that dog, okay? Kudos to you for being such a great alpha, okay, ladies? I don't know if he's single, but that was your shout out, George. Thank you for saving my dog. But he actually heard me screaming from outside the bark park and came in to check. He's like, I actually have some experience with dog bites. Do you mind if I take a look? So he's taking a look. He takes off Finn's collar and he's looking and he's like, there's no deep wounds. He'll be okay. And I'm sobbing. At this point, I'm on the phone with Quincy and I'm like, Finn was attacked. Quincy's like, I told you about that dog. And he puts his shoes on and runs. Like, he hauls ass downstairs. Okay, now let's rewind a little bit. Under the little light, when I see the red and it's all just red right here, I look at the owner and I'm like, I'm gonna need your information. Obviously, because if I'm gonna take Finn to the vet and there's something seriously wrong, it's your responsibility to pay for the vet bills. The second I said this is something that I just will never understand. He picked up his dog, he went inside and did not come back out. He did not come back out to see if I was okay. He didn't come back out to see if my dog was okay. He just completely left me there and ignored all responsibility. I will never understand that. In the aftermath of this situation, I'm realizing I scared him. He was scared of something. I don't know if his brain went to the worst possible situation, like I'm gonna put his dog down or something like that. Not my intention, and still not my intention. I don't wanna kill someone else's dog. The man left his cell phone in the middle of the bark park. So not only did he leave me there sobbing, terrified, with my dog's red, bloody little neck, he left his phone. At this point, Quincy's out there with him, and Quincy said the exact same thing that I did. We're gonna need your information, what's your name and your number. We find out the next day, after going down to the office, that he gave us a false name. So what happened? Quincy came down. Quincy is instantly in, oh my God, hell no mode, which I'm not gonna lie, I appreciate, because I talk a big game. I'm a big softie, wildly understanding. I see different perspectives before I even open my mouth, and where that is a big strength for me, sometimes I wish I did have this backbone. And this conversation with this neighbor, oh my God. When I tell you, the first sign right there is him walking away, not taking any responsibility. The second he opened his mouth, the man did not take any responsibility. He was like, well, your dog started it. Oh, how? Well, he just at my dog. It's just like mind-blowing. That's your reasoning? I was like, your dog reacting in such a violent, aggressive way? Your dog is the problem. That's like saying if someone yelled at you, they deserve to get punched in the face. No. You guys, it was absolutely mind-baffling to me. He said, your dog started it. He said, your dog bit my dog. Once again, his dog had locked its throat around Finn right here. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Finn ain't got no nose. That's one of my favorite things about your little squishy little face. Even if he did have a nose, he can't even bend his neck to bite your dog in any way. It's not possible. His mouth was here and his body was down below. His body was not in front of Finn's face. There is no way that Finn was able to bite him at all. This guy just started blowing shit out of his ass. This is why I'm thankful for Quincy's ability to process things faster and stand firm, 10 toes in the moment in conversations like this. Because he was immediately like, that's not even possible. While I'm sitting here processing the audacity, or trying to process the audacity this man has to sit here and lie to my face when I was here. I'm standing here like, I couldn't even fathom it. And I have to process the audacity first before I can even respond. And by that time, the whole conversation has moved. It's just tragic. I'm not good at situations like this. Quincy's amazing. So I'm so glad that he came down. Come to find out, someone called the police. We don't know if it was him or if it was someone that heard me screaming. I hope that it was. But the police came after we had left. I don't know if they talked to the neighbor or if they talked to whoever it was that called the police, but they took in that statement, and then they themselves called an animal control officer, and the animal control officer came and got the report from the police officer. The reason why I know that is because the next morning I got on to DallasCityHall.com and filed my own report. They called me and they were like, well, we got this report last night. And I'm over here like, who reported it last night? Because I know damn well it wasn't this neighbor reporting my dog for aggression. And the thing is, there's a security camera in this bark park So we're also working on getting that footage to prove the entire story. That's why I don't understand why this man was lying when there's physical evidence of what actually happened. I was blown away. They gave me a call and they're like, we already whatever last night. I'm like, well, I don't know whose report that was, but this is mine. So I'm gonna be filing a different report. This is mine and this is what happened. And the guy that I was on the phone with was really calm, really nice, really calm, very understanding. And he said, here's actually what you need to do. You need to go and do a dangerous dog report. You need to get it notarized. That way it's on record. So if this dog ever attacks anyone again and it is called in any way by the police or by animal control, he will be marked permanently as a dangerous dog. The guy will not be able to go to any other apartment complex without licensing or registering his dog as a dangerous dog. So I have done that. I was also informed that with my own report that he, the neighbor, was handed a violation notice, which makes me feel a lot better. I'm so thankful that he's okay. He's got all of this skin right here, and that's the bulldog in him, and he's technically made for bulldog fightings. That's what bulldogs were bred for, to fight the bulls. So I know that he was built for fights. But Mama wasn't, okay? And I was terrified. Hold on. Finito. Nice. Can you come here? I want to hold you. Come here. So this is the side of the neck that he was, got squishy. This is the side of the neck that was bitten. Can't see anything now because he's a fluffy boy, but if his fur was wet, you'd be able to see all of it. He's got one patch of exposed skin right here. Oh, that I've been putting hydrogen peroxide on and Neosporin on, so he's okay. I'm still taking him to the vet just because. And y'all, he loves the vet. I'm not torturing him in any way. I swear to God, he thinks the vet is the best place on the planet. There's all these cute little nurses there that pet him and say, oh, you're so handsome, oh my God. And they all give him treats. You give him attention and treats and he's the happiest boy in the world. Definitely his mama's son, okay? Yeah. All right, here's the life update. So, as you guys know, I moved into Quincy's place. When I moved in, Quincy had already been here for several months. And of course, we didn't add Finn to the lease because we knew that this was temporary. We were actually supposed to move into our own place when I moved in here. But Quincy lost his job, so we could pay for rent here and save money while he looked for a job. So really, we didn't have a choice. So no, we did not put Finny on the lease, which I do not condone. I am a firm believer in being honest. I do believe no matter what the lie is, the truth will always come out. I personally don't really feel super good if I get away with a lie. It gnaws at me. I always have felt guilty ever since I was a little kid. I just don't like lying. So, in regards to this apartment, after we put in our report and everything, she's like, well, here's the deal. I can't legally have Finn in this apartment if he's not on record. So you either need to pay $400 pet fee, not a pet deposit, like I would not get this back, and then like the monthly payments, or I can't allow Finn to be on the property. He has to leave. So now Quincy and I are discussing this with ourselves, and we're like, what the? Because we don't want to pay that much money to just have Finn here for another month. So I was like, well, what if you ask her if she's able to adjust our move out dates to letting us move out anytime sooner? I'm sure that the apartments that we're about to move into would let us move in sooner. They love us, you know. And so he calls her and asks her, and she's like, well, technically, we actually signed this contract while it was under different ownership. These people that manage it right now came in after Quincy had already moved in. I said we signed the lease, but it's Quincy. Quincy signed the lease, okay? His old contract with the old owners has only a 30-day notice. So she said, actually, I can honor that and you guys can move out on the 30th of March. 2 weeks from now. And we were like, oh my God, thank you. That's amazing. Okay, what about this pet? And she's like, I can't budge on that. So now we're like, you want us to pay you $400 to keep Finn here, non-refundable. We will not see that money ever again, just for 2 weeks. So we've got friends who have stepped up, who are willing to take the Finny boy, and then we will be moving into our brand new apartment that much sooner. And that's why. Isn't this so crazy? Can we talk about this, you guys? I feel like everything that happens to me happens. Like, it's not just some minor little feat. It's something major every time, and it's always got something to do with me moving. Quincy and I are just kind of like looking at each other like, we've got 2 weeks. These next couple of weeks are gonna look a lot different for me and also for you. These YouTube videos, I have like a whole month planned, and Actually, I mean, I was like even gonna go on here and start looking at some new furniture with you guys, but I think I'm gonna hold that off for the next video so that this one's not too long. But we are officially moving. Finny is okay. That's the most important part of this entire situation, is that Finn is okay. I am actually genuinely so happy and so excited about this move. You guys have no idea. So excited to have some different YouTube videos very soon, you guys. I'm really excited. Let me tell you guys what I've got planned and leave this on a really happy and genuine note. The furniture, I'm gonna be doing a lot of redecorating and taking you guys with me, finding some thrifting pieces. I've been addicted to Facebook Marketplace for like a solid month. When I tell you it's an obsession, I'm not kidding, it's wild. And then I've got some really, I already have some pieces, like this new coffee table. I don't know if you guys noticed. I do kind of want her to be temporary because I want a black coffee table, but I'm waiting for one that is gonna be the right price. New nightstands I'm gonna be getting. All of Quincy's paintings are gonna be in his office. I love this man, so I find his work to be really beautiful and I admire them, but it's not going with the feng shui, the little, is that how you say it? Feng shui? Ooh, she French, okay. It's not going with the vibes, you know what I'm saying, of the living room. So I'm excited to have a beautiful designated spot for that. And then, you guys, we're gonna have so much freaking space. I'm lit, I am lit. I need to like calm down. We're gonna have so much space. I can't wait. I cannot wait to have that much room to have my girlfriends over and do like cheese charcuterie board night, spa nights. Y'all, I am lit right now. I'm so excited. I don't think the 2 weeks can come fast enough, but at the same time, I'm like, reel it in, Alisha, reel it in. Big thing, we're gonna lime wash our new apartment. So I'm looking for painters to collab with me. I really hope that I'm able to get one. If not, I'm gonna be buying it anyway, and I'm gonna lime wash some walls with you guys on YouTube and show you guys how that's done. It looks so freaking easy, so fingers crossed that it actually is really easy. We've got a new bar that we're gonna be putting in, just lots of fun things, and we're really gonna make this apartment our home. So God, I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. I love y'all so freaking much, and thank you guys so much for supporting Finn. Now we're gonna go get ready for this vet appointment and make sure that the baby is okay. All right, I love you. Mwah. I'll see you guys in the next video.